listening to Mr. Allard's Neighborhood. Small town feel with big time ideas. After all, you are entitled to Brad's opinion. Here's your host, Brad Allard.
All right, back by popular demand, we have Melissa Miller and Sarah Roberts from the Chamber of Commerce. You notice there's a different tune opening up.
I mean, such a soft little intro.
I know.
Seems very deceiving.
Hometown
Getting
feels.
mellow in your ears.
Yeah, it's well. Last week we did the 600 show, and so Taylor decided let's change things up. So we changed the logo, we changed the intro.
I do like
it.
the logo.
Yeah.
And has the Burleson background, all this other
We're
business.
working on getting a live feed.
a
from the
live
plaza.
feed.
Oh, I like it.
Okay, great.
We don't have it
We can
yet,
just like
but
photobomb every episode.
There you go.
It'll be like,
That would
where's
be fun.
Waldo? Where's the chamber?
That'd be great. You see, he got new lighting. He's going to have new cameras next week. It's going to be great.
Just makes us look better.
Soften
and
Mr.
better.
Allard.
It softens it up a little bit. Yeah, I like it too. But it's been a couple months since we talked to you. And we had the honey tour, and we had the other chamber events. Got a bunch coming up. I know.
So much has gone on, and
yes.
so much more to come.
I know. Is this a busy time for y'all?
When is it ever not a busy time? But like in a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always busy time.
Okay. Well, that's good. Keeps you out of trouble because I know, particularly one on my right here, would be prone for that. Hey. Well, anyway, so we're going to talk about what's going on. I got a new sponsor to throw on.
I'm
y'all.
so excited for you. I saw that.
Yeah, the Cleburne Railroaders. I went out there Thursday to visit with Kay Goodell, who runs all this stuff for
I
them.
love her.
You know her?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. She did say she's been involved in some Burleson stuff as
She
well.
has, yeah. And
She's a go-getter.
Yep.
Yeah.
We like her a lot.
she's the one who's kind of leading up our young professionals group,
Well, she
which
took me on
we'll
a
discuss
tour
at some point.
Yeah, sure. She took me on a tour of the place. I'd been in the stadium, and taking a seat, but I haven't gotten a tour of it, of course. And that little clubhouse they have, that little club they have on the, we can go and have hot dogs, Coke, beer, whatever, rent it out and all that. It's a pretty nice little atmosphere to go watch a ball game in. And it's
We
air
haven't
conditioned.
been there yet. We have a network at night. and
Well, you're going to like
and a
it.
Chambers night out and all sorts of things coming later on this
You're
summer.
going to like it. And she's really done a great job. The at the end of the show, I'm going to put on this week's schedule because they're back in town playing the hated Gary whatevers. We'll find out what they're called. I still got to learn.
There's something weird.
Yeah, right. But they have a very wide-ranging league. They're opened up with a team from Winnipeg, so they have to make the return trip. That's a long trip.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that is.
It's Canada.
This is not surprising. Oh, okay. That's fine then. Yes. You're
Let's go into the sponsors while I still have my wits about me here.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Otto. We're at our
Downhill from
place.
here.
Yeah. Have y'all been to Gina's yet?
No.
We just had it night before last.
Really?
Yes, it was terrific.
Yeah. Do you like the atmosphere?
Well, we got it to go.
Oh, got it to
but,
go.
However, we did walk in and I got to play Mario Brothers. So thank you, Otto.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That's fun.
Well, it's just got this nice, got the blues
It's
in the background. It's a good place. It's the only place I know you can get a pizza and a beer. So
Gavin loved it. Like we walked in and Gavin was like, "Mom, this is cool. Can we come eat here?"
Yeah.
Oh, actually, he said he was having his first date there.
Oh, okay.
first date,
Here you go.
you getting teary
More
eyed
To
yet?
Otto?
discuss.
No.
Have you met the girl?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Love her.
Okay, good.
Good.
Well, thank you, Otto, for being the provider of such a romantic interlude. Also, Wild Cigar and Culture, they have something coming on the 21st, a tiki party, and they're also going to be raffling a grill. And they also
That's fun.
have special packs of cigars, like a 5-pack of various different cigars for a discount, and it's a pretty good deal if you like cigars, certainly. And also, Father's Day's coming up, and even if you don't smoke cigars, you know somebody that does, and it'd be a good gift certificate, a little gift card. And things of that nature. And does Gavin smoke? Oh, he's too young. No, okay. You walk in, he's had a cigar. What, would that be different if he had a cigarette? I mean, if he had a cigar, you'd say,
I feel like if the 16-year-old had a cigar, there would still be there would be elbows and hands.
I tried a cigar when I was like 14, and I decided to wait.
Saw your toenails.
yeah.
Yeah, I was a little young for that. But anyway, thank you for all that.
Let's move on.
And
we love
also,
Wild Cigar.
Tiffany Nico, the magazine's coming out this week.
Yes.
Local Life magazine, and it goes to 30,000 homes. I see it a lot of places in town. I see it at the next sponsor's place a lot too. So it's a lot of places other than just in the mailbox, so it gets a lot of eyeballs. And speaking of my next sponsor, we have Southern Gem. And you said you're going to go there later this week?
I do. I have to go in there. Not for jewelry.
For repairs?
No, just to go in there and talk to them about their portal for the chamber. They're amazing members.
Well, my Robin is in Hawaii, but you'll see Robin Brunken there.
That's the one I have to.
Yeah. She kind of runs the whole shop while Gayla's doing the designs and the business and whatnot. But so right now I'm just being Mr. Bachelor while my wife is lying on the beach with her two sisters. Hopefully not, meeting too many men. I don't know. You never know. Also, thank you. Yeah, thank you to Two Maids with Brent Ramirez. It's a pretty good outfit. They have a lot of different deals for cleaning, so you don't, it's not one size fits all. You can work out some sort of plan, however you want to do it. They get paid by how you rate them. They do a lot of really important businesses like Gala's, like the Windmiller Building as a whole. It's a really, really good deal. You need to get Brenda to join the chamber. And they moved to Burleson, or the Burleson area about 18 months ago from Kansas City. So they still
welcome.
Yeah, they'll be really good additions to the chamber. So
I was just thinking about them yesterday, actually, because I was cleaning the laundry room. Like we were moving something, and I was like, "This is ridiculous."
Well, they could do special
These
one-time
baseboards
jobs.
are out of control.
Yeah, they could do all that.
Someone should fix this.
Well, they could do
Could be me, but
the cleaning and all that. And it didn't have to be like an every week thing. It'd be a one-time thing. But a lot of us at the BNI group were use them for our parents because our
that's
parents.
thoughtful of you.
Yeah, well, thoughtful and necessary. A lot of our parents are getting up there.
That's true.
And they need the help. And and at this stage of life, they don't want to be wasting time cleaning. So I'd have doing my mother, but they don't live nearby. So, so there you go. Anyway, thank you, Brenda. We're Two Mates. Also, Opro Roofing. I know John's pretty busy.
Especially right now.
Yeah, they do all over too. I mean, it's not just Burleson. We got hit with a lot of rain, but not a lot of damage. But my friends up in Collin County, McKinney and Plano got hammered. And there's a lot of business going on up there, and I bet John is taking care of that. So if you had some roofing issues, 817-734-2756. And what he always asked me to remind y'all is that if you have damage in your roof and you just say, well, I'll take care of it someday, after a year after the event, the insurance won't cover it.
Right.
So, you can't, I got some damage, but I'm too busy or whatever.
Gotta wait till the next big hailstorm.
Yeah, well, that's what some people do.
Yeah.
And then it's too late. And so this happened to a couple of the customers they had to deal with. We had a storm a year ago, March, and they reported it this past April, and it was too late. So it was a lot of out of pocket for them. Also, thank you to Camco. There we go. Sammy Campbell, Candy Gal. 817-778-4592 for Sammy. 817-925-2661 for Candy. Lots going on in the mortgage business, refinancing if you need it, new financing if you need it. And I've done business with them in a couple of other stops they've been in over the last 20-something years, and they're really good about taking a rookie and holding your hand through this whole process. It's confusing, and but they make it pretty easy. And they cut down a lot of the paperwork. Y'all probably closed on houses, and all that signing you got to do, and you're signing away God knows what, so they'll help you through all that. Also, here's somebody that's new to my show, Jeff Kelly.
Nah.
Yeah, you know Jeff?
Yes.
He's smiling. I guess you like him.
I do. He makes me smile.
Is he in the chamber or you just know him?
He is in the chamber, but I know him from. He started out at Keller Williams when my mom was there, and so known him for like 20-something years.
Really?
He's a pretty cool guy. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So you can recommend him then. So that's what I like when I do these ads. A lot of y'all know these people or have used them, and that's the best kind of reference
Really
there is.
funny.
Yeah, he's with the Wedding Agency, and you can call him at 817-781-0546 or at 817-720-6300 or Jeff at jeffkellyrealty.com. He'll be on the show, what is today, the 3rd? He'll be on a couple weeks from tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Also, we had Colin Gregory on the other day, and he showed me this.
Guy.
Yeah, you know Colin? He showed me this really neat poster, and I was just struck by the model in this poster. I thought this person should be a professional. Doggone, really conveys the mood, don't you think? Do you know this person, do you?
Tis me.
Did you? I was like, I didn't notice because, your hair is...
that was the point. I didn't want to be the face of it, but... someone had to do it.
Well, tell us all about that. What did this Colin just call you up and say, "Hey, I need a model"? And
he did after the first two that they had lined up fell through. And he was like, "So we still have to have someone to do this."
Yeah.
And so actually, because my face was going to be covered up and no one was going to know that it was me until today, then I was like, "Yes, I will absolutely do this." And it was really fun's not the right word for it, but a really amazing project to be a part of because it was so impactful. And the actual, I mean, I know it's a QR code. The word is escaping me, but it really felt a lot like art when you took out the QR code and just what was behind it. It just was so amazing to be a part of the solution.
And it's such a necessary thing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we talked at length. It's not strictly for these situations of abuse or assault or whatever, which is obviously it's part of it, but also it's for people that they may not know where to go for, assistance of any kind. It's not just for the crises situations, but it also will link you up with Harvest House or
Just
Crazy
assistance.
Eights, whatever, and things of that nature, or help you get through, navigate if you're new in town or by yourself, and things like that. So I think that's one of the best things Chamber does.
Yeah.
It's more than just, generating commerce. It's also community service.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So they'll be seeing this around a lot of the restaurants. I know Otto will get some. He always does. And I'm sure most of the others, I bet Wild Cigar will get some. And I think it's interesting they put them in the women's restrooms because, I wouldn't have probably not have thought of that.
That's the point.
Yeah, I know. So I guess so.
That's the point.
Well, so y'all survived the honey tour.
We did.
This is the first one for both of y'all, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're going to do it again next year, right?
We are doing it again next year. Yeah.
Okay.
It was
It
really
was
fun.
so much fun.
Really?
Yeah.
We
So-
had a great time.
We did have a really good time.
These people are so cool.
They really were. It was really fun to just we got to just hang out with them for the whole afternoon.
It's a cult, isn't it?
But like a fun one you want to
it
be
is
a part
fun
of.
one.
You know?
Well, my dad.
I don't like that word.
Well,
but,
my dad did that Hotter Than Hell. For years now. He's too old to do it, but he also did the honey tour back in the day, and it was a lot different back then. Back in the 90s or early 2000s. He was nice about it, but it wasn't as well organized, and the route wasn't as determined. So you had a lot of these bikers and come and have to stop and wait for the train or for the stoplight to change, and it didn't have that coordination with the other communities like y'all do now. And but when he was up in Wichita Falls, there's about 10,000 of them, and they're all at their municipal center, and it's like these people take this seriously.
Yeah.
All sorts of stuff to go to that.
It is very serious. But the
they're
good thing
also
wasn't
nice.
it wasn't a race. It was a ride. And that's what a lot of them liked. We had a 5-year-old. We had several children doing the 7 mile, which was really cool. I had a guy call in and he was like, "Yeah, my granddaughter talked me into it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, go for it." And then he told me that she was 5. And I said, "You're coming from Dallas to ride 7 miles." And he was like, "Yeah, I can't tell her no." And it's her first one. So it was really cool.
Well, in Wichita Falls, they have a race, but that's only for about maybe 200 of the professional, or if they get paid, I guess. But the other 98% of them are just riders of various lengths. And so there's no competition for most people. And but when you say they're very nice, they all have this spirit of camaraderie with bikes and whatever. And they all represent teams. My dad lives in Corsicana, and when he was riding, his team was called the Corsicana Fruitcakes. Well, they were sponsored by Collins Street Bakery.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or if they're not sponsored, every one of them seemed like either had a Texas flag or an American flag. And I mean, it's an experience.
That is a good word for it.
Yeah.
Experience.
Yeah,
And,
that's true.
and the last couple of years, I think y'all put the honey tour on the schedule for these people because there is a circuit, so to speak. So there's some of these events they all go to all the time every year, and I think honey tour is now a mandatory stop almost.
Yeah, there were several of them who, when they would come and pick up their packet or just whatever, were talking to us and saying, "This one's our favorite. We love this one every year." Just it really is everyone's favorite, and I love that.
Well,
Yeah, I've got one of them that actually said that this was their first one here, but they've already put it on their calendar for next year.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, y'all do a great job, and I think this community does a great job. And
It is communities.
Yeah. It definitely takes a village for this one for sure.
Were y'all freaking out about 3 days before?
I really
weren't.
don't think that we were. It was, I mean, there's that level of maybe a little apprehension because we haven't done it before. So it's kind of hard to
Wrap your mind
to
around.
get your head around something that you haven't done, but you have an idea of what you think it's going to look like. But yeah, I really think we were very collected and together whenever we were.
We had the support we needed to.
Yeah, we did. We really had a great planning team and everyone doing their part, and everything worked well.
And the weather cooperated.
It was
did.
great.
Oh my gosh, I was so
I mean,
glad.
it was hot, but it was
Yeah, it
better
was
than being rainy and
One of my times my dad was in it, it rained. And I found out that bicyclers get wet. I mean, they don't call it off.
Yeah.
They unless it's really bad weather. But if it's just cloudy and misty, right on. It's only if the lightning starts striking that they'll get off. But I went one time and Dad had an RV at that time, and so my son, who at the time was about 8, he and I stayed with him in Jellystone Park, and it rained like thunder. I mean, all throughout the night, and it like sleeping in a beer can because it's so loud, But they rode. It was still kind of cloudy and rainy, but they rode.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't have to make any tough decisions about it. Like the day before, it was so muggy, but it started to like thunder, and I can't remember if it was raining or not, but there was the moment, and I was outside, and I was like, please. Lord, just let this, just let the ride go on. Just, and
that was Friday. Yeah.
it worked. It did work out fine. It was great. Muggy as a mother, but it was good.
Well, did y'all learn anything that you're going to change for next time, or adjust, or tinker with, or whatever? Yeah.
Always. Again, not that there's anything ever wrong.
Right.
Just like, hey, what if we tried this? And little things that we could tweak to maybe make it easier for riders or more user friendly on all ends, ours and
Volunteers.
theirs. So, oh my goodness, volunteers! It
Thank you
takes
for
so
those.
many of them.
So you start recruit already, are you?
Yeah, I'm thankful that everyone, like, we have people who come back every year that are volunteers as well, not just the riders. And that part makes a huge difference too, because they know their roles as the volunteer and what this looks like. And so really it takes a village, and we're really thankful for our volunteers.
Well, a lot of the groups here, the nonprofits and all that, they the lifeblood is volunteers. I mean, they couldn't do it without it. And as far as I could tell, Burleson has a large community of volunteers for various events, and I think that's a good thing. And not every community has that. That's I sit here in this chair and I see all these things going on. And
To watch all of them support each other, and it's really cool.
You have people that volunteer for like 3 or 4 different organizations. I mean, it ain't an event if Mary Slaney's not there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sorry.
agreed. Yeah.
Or Patsy Dumas is another one.
Yeah, that's another one.
I'll be talking about her at the end of the show with our Opportunity Fund golf tournament. They all have something like that coming up too,
We
right?
do, yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about. What did you send us some stuff on it?
That's the only one I forgot.
Well, you could throw it on there now, and I'll talk to Sarah.
We only have room for 3 more teams.
Really?
Yeah. So
That's
it's, do you want to just scroll
ahead.
into that right now?
Sure.
So it is on Thursday, June 13th, which I think is that next Thursday
Next
already?
Thursday.
Because
It's
that's
coming.
crazy.
Yeah.
And it'll be at Southern Oaks, dark and early. I think it's not is that called tee off? I know. My whole brain just disappeared, and I was like, kick off? No, that's not the right word, Melissa.
We're not kicking off.
We're
No,
not kicking
we're teeing
anything.
off.
We're going to tee. And that is at 7:30. And
Wow.
so registration starts at 6 that morning, which I know is early, but we'll feed you. And it's going to be a good time. But there's only, 3 spots, 3 teams left.
Well, golfers are like bike riders. I mean,
Yes.
you could say,
golfers
well,
golf.
we're going to do this at 2 a.m. in middle of a hailstorm or middle of, a war zone. Hey, we're there, so if it's a good course in Southern Oaks.
Dark, they got glow in the dark.
Well,
golf
ours.
balls.
Yeah, that's
It's fine.
true.
Yeah. Ours is Friday, and it's at Hidden Creek, and I believe we have a couple of spots left open as well, but I don't know. I'll have to ask Kate Hoffman if there's any left. She and Phil Anderson are kind of ramrodding this
Yes.
thing, and ours is at Hidden Creek, and the registration starts around 11:30. The tee off is around, I know. they want to do it in the middle of the day. That's fine. We're gonna have lunch, and we're gonna have some silent auction
So
stuff.
it's like, how come
Why
we
didn't
have
we
to
get
get up
that
so
option?
early?
Well, did y'all plan it? Y'all planned it.
No, not really.
No, it's already set.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fine. No, ours is at we have a nice lunch, and if you still want to contribute to the fun, that's a year-round thing.
Yeah.
You know, our big deal is this.
Same.
And Burleson, the Opportunity Fund will have a breakfast in October.
Yes.
Y'all, it is 24/7 though, isn't it? For all these groups.
Yeah.
And I've been talking to some of them, and it's not so much that the physical donations are down, but a lot of people are, economy struggling, they're strangling them a bit.
Yeah.
And is that happening with y'all?
Yeah, I definitely think that some of our sponsorships are down, just depending on, people are really trying to focus on what makes the most sense for them, what aligns with their business the best, and they're really being more particular, which I think does make sense, right? Like if you're going to do something, it should be what makes sense for your business. It should be the right audience, or it was just a waste of your money.
Well, and a lot of people really do want to contribute to all these funds, but their money's
It's
limited.
hard, yeah.
And it's like when, you remember this, being in the choir, you had to sell stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the teachers are like, oh, geez, now it's the choir's going to go hit me up. Now it's the band. Now it's the drama club. It's chocolate. It's wrapping paper. It's poinsettias. What did you remember selling stuff? What was it?
We did sell poinsettias, but our biggest thing was we always went to the stadium for football games and did the concession stands.
Right.
Not local. It was the Cowboy games, the Dallas Cowboy games.
Oh, yeah, you get like a percent. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That was our
We're going to start doing that.
Well, I remember like the band
poinsettias,
used to do the concessions at the BHS games.
Yep.
But anyway, Cowboys, I bet y'all made some money.
It was fun.
Yeah, but it was...
Woo, flashbacks.
Yeah. But it just, the people are like, I wish I could give more, but, the business has slowed up a little bit. And I just wonder if the chamber is experiencing that.
We're still going.
Yeah, well, but, do you have conversations with the business owners? And I wonder if they're telling you the same thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so...
But even if you can't sponsor something, because there are still plenty who cannot, getting yourself out there, being a volunteer, that is a tremendous help, but also still gets your face and your name in front of people and gets you in,
Involved.
Yeah.
Well, it's true.
It doesn't cost money.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. And you're right. Personal advertising like that, it's often better than just putting a sign out there.
Yeah.
Because, you can go out there with your shirt with your business on it or something like that and be the walking advertisement. But it's
When you have a conversation with somebody, it's different than just sticking a sign in a yard.
Yeah.
But you also have something in August coming up? Or am I thinking of another group? Because, I'm getting them confused, to be honest.
Straight, Allard.
Yeah, sorry. All right. But y'all should be on the top of my mind, I know.
You should. Hi, we're here today.
Yeah, right.
So we have the golf tournament next Thursday. And then on...
July 18th is our...
keep waiting for something to pop up on the TV. Hey, Taylor,
he won't know till I say it. It's the Women's Health and Wellness Luncheon, and that's at First Baptist. Ta-da!
There you go.
So that is put on by our Power of Heels. They're doing a luncheon in July, and that will be with a panel, like it says, of experts to just have discussion. They'll take like Q&A from the audience when you register. We're working on getting that option up to be able to submit a question, so that in case you don't want to raise your hand and be like, "Hey, what's this weird thing that's happening?" You can still ask it, and a doctor or professional will actually be able to still answer and address that question. Because my thing is always, you're not the only person who has thought this, so ask your question.
Is this the one that Jennifer Todrick's going to be speaking at? Or is that another
No,
event?
that one is going to be the Full Circle Women's Conference, and that is September 20th. Ta-da, that one.
Well, we were talking about this before the show. Jennifer Todrick is also known as Jennifer Marsh when she was here. She's a 2006 graduate, which I taught twice, thank you. And
You taught her twice?
as a junior and a senior.
Nice.
Yeah, as a, history and then economics. Yeah, it was economics. No, it was government then. Okay, because I back and forth on that. It was government then, and she was, good student. She was very lively, very personable. She also, her senior year, was the star of the musical. They did 42nd Street. She was the main lead.
Really?
Yeah, she's very good. Huh. And so as far as Jennifer Todrick, I know a lot about it just because my wife really, really likes her show. She has a show on HGTV called No Demo Reno. It's basically she does renovations without destroying your home. Is the theme of it, and,
Which is really nice because that's kind of the way that I would like it to be. I don't have any walls I
You want
can knock
sawdust
down
and all that like everywhere.
You know,
yeah, just they're not knocking walls down and rearranging the whole house itself. That she'll do it that way. And my wife has them all videoed, and she just loves her because she's very, very personable and outgoing. She has that Instagram following.
yes, the Rambling Redhead. That's where I know her from.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until we got into this that she actually had a TV show. I've just missed out on this whole time.
Well,
but
I'm not an HGTV guy, but
I'm not a DIYer. I like to think that I can be, but
You do some cool stuff.
I do some things, but I'm also kind of like a Pinterest fail when it comes to that. Like I'm not afraid.
attempt it.
I'm not afraid to try,
Right.
but it's we're not gonna sell it afterwards, you know. So that's probably why I would have missed the show. But she's fun online. Rambling Redhead, I do follow.
Well, that's going to be a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
They live nearby, but not in Burleson. I believe up and around the Collin County area, if I remember right. But anyway, it's going to be really. I'm sure my wife will be very interested in this.
Well, registration is open, which you can find on the chamber website, which is burlesonchamber.com.
The 20th also. It's a Thursday, and it also is.
Or is it a Friday?
I thought it was Thursday because it's a National Giving Day that day.
Oh,
yeah.
look at you off the top of your head.
Well, it's because I have a big show on that day. I get all the nonprofits coming in here.
Well, that's a Friday, sir.
Oh, Friday. Okay. Well, good. Okay. Well, the 19th is Giving Day. Anyway, anyway, it's a real big deal. I have all the ladies that do all these nonprofits. They all come in as a group, and they get about 10 minutes in the chair, and they tell us what's going on, and then they all go out and do something together, like have a lunch across the street or something like that. Well, they're very tight. They have a lot in common, so they help shoulder each other's burdens. So that's a Friday, September 20th.
That is a Friday, yes.
And then the next day is my wife's birthday. Maybe I
Look at that.
I'd say happy birthday,
Maybe you
Robin.
should-
Yeah, that's what
You
you should do.
send her there.
Right.
Send her and a friend.
And a friend.
'Cause
Okay.
It's always better with a friend.
Well, maybe her sister would probably be interested in that too.
There you go.
Because her sister watches those shows.
You just earned points. She's in Hawaii. She's not listening right now.
No,
You earned points.
No,
Well done, sir.
No, I'll be earning points later when I get her oil changed. Well, yeah,
that too.
I'm going over to Castro Oil over on John Jones. A little shout out to Brett Morrison there because they do a good job. Yeah, I bet he's a member too. Is there anybody that's not a member in this town? I mean, everybody
I
seems
mean,
like
there shouldn't be. I feel like everybody
We're working
should
really
be.
hard on.
Yeah. On 100%
Yep.
words.
So you walk in there and says you don't want to be the odd guy out. I mean,
You don't. Nobody wants to do
no,
that.
you don't want to be. You don't want to be that guy that.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Now the cool kids, you know. So, well, y'all got a lot going on then.
Told you.
Yeah, I know. When's your next Tuesday night business?
Next Tuesday? That's already this. I can't
so
wrap my brain
weird.
around it that we're already in June. And excuse me while I look at the calendar.
No, well, that's
but yeah, that's crazy. I'm pretty sure
my
in
birthday,
like March.
And then my birthday, and then the golf tournament. I've got a very busy birthday week.
No,
You do have a busy
When
birthday
is your
week.
birthday?
12th.
The 12th, and you're gonna be 33. Okay,
We'll go with that.
We'll go with that. Okay.
Makes you feel younger.
Yeah, I know. Well, see, I got an advantage, since I know what year you graduated. I can do the math. Oh my
We don't
God.
math. We don't math.
We don't know
here.
math. You were told there'd be no math. I know. So, but as far as like the long-term goals, besides all these events, it sounds like y'all want to integrate the chamber more into the daily workings of the community. Not like, because I talk to other people that live in other communities and they don't even know the chamber exists.
Yeah.
Or if they do, it's basically they get together once a month and they'll have coffee and donuts or something like
Right.
that and just, grinch about business, but they don't do much. And y'all are very active.
We are a very
Yeah.
active working chamber.
Yes.
Very much so.
Very, very much worker bees, but also really important to me that we change people's opinion of a chamber, that if they even know what it is, that they don't think that we're sitting around, like you just said, eating donuts and drinking coffee, talking about insurance. And remember back in the day, like that's not what we do. Yeah, I really want to make a point to make sure that everyone knows what we don't do and what we actually do.
Yeah. Well, my cousin was a member of a small town chamber, and that's all they did.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they kind of, what if would be nice if we had this, but they weren't active also in recruiting business. So y'all get involved in that to some degree. I mean, I know you don't.
mean?
Well, I mean, when there's a prospective new business, say Alex Phillips is hosting somebody, do y'all get involved in that, saying, "Hey, this is what we can offer you as well as a community"?
We have not gone that far. No, we're not that integrated with him and the workings of who he's bringing in.
Yeah, there's sometimes that he will bring us like next month, later this month with Joni. It's probably like on a Wednesday, I think. Yeah, and it's like the hotel tour. So that's one of them where we do get to partner with them and go to all of these places. Again, most of them are chamber members, even if they're not totally fine. You're still supporting the community that we work to support. We don't go knocking on doors asking you to be a member. No, whether we should or not, I don't know. But
no, I don't. I think there's a lot of people that get knocked on, their doors knocked on quite a bit. I remember, one of my sponsors is telling me that, God bless them, they got 5 people in one day for various different groups wanting help, sponsorship, membership, whatever. And they're all nice about it, but they also have to get their job done sooner or later. So, you kind of wait your time. And Alex is also very discreet about who's coming in unless they make it known.
Yeah.
The businesses make it known.
Yeah, he's very quiet about it.
Well, I know I've had him on the show several times, and I can't get him to crack.
No.
We beat him.
Won't.
We threatened him. We've all this other stuff, but he won't crack. Yeah, but there you go. But
He's tight-lipped.
But you talk about the hotel tour. That's one thing I think we ought to, as a community, ought to get really behind, because we only have 3 hotels in the Burleson area.
We have a lot.
Well, they're Fort Worth, aren't they?
They're considered Burleson, though.
Yeah,
They are.
But they want the tax money, though. I guarantee the city does. But are those the Fort Worth based ones, like the Hampton and all that? Are they part of this outfit? Part of the
Do you know
chamber?
who we're going to view?
Let me see. I may have that written down. Let me see.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, dead air. It's good. Keep going.
Okay. Anyway, the only fine.
Thank you.
The only hotel I've had to stay in Burleson was Super 8, because we had a plumbing issue one time back in the day. But it's fine, it's a really good deal. But what I keep pushing for, and I talked to like Victoria Johnson or others, we need something like Cleveland does, which is a convention center.
Oh, yeah.
Think of the things y'all could put on there.
I'll agree.
Oh yeah, we know.
I'll agree.
You are preaching to the choir at this point, sir.
And I've been talking about that. And of course, you hear all these rumors about this, that, and the other coming in or doing it. But the only thing concrete I know of is that the long-term plan is to sell those softball fields. Over by Hidden Creek, and then try to bring in a developer in
That would
tandem.
be a great place for it, for sure.
We'll use the golf course in tandem with that, and then have other events. And also, they talked about like having a trolley, or not a trolley like a train, but like a tram service to take them to Old Town.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'll be alive when that happens. I mean, they've been talking about that for a little while now. I know it's since
It's a great dream to have.
5 years
I would love
now.
for that to be.
Well, in 19, they came up with a plan, and still in the what if stage. And then, but that'd be great I guarantee you that'd really draw business and draw all these smaller conventions. We'd have all the guns and knife shows. That'd be great.
I think that they could stay at the Burleson Event Center right there.
Yeah.
The old SPJST.
Oh,
It's a
you
good
like
place
that?
for them.
Yeah, right. Well, you see these signs all the time. Gun and knife show at Will Rogers. Well, no, but I've been there 2 or 3 times over at that one in Cleveland for events. And I think it'd be great. And I know the school system could use it, for various events and conventions, seminars, whatever else. Yeah. So, well,
if we build it, they will come.
You betcha. Is this the kind of thing that y'all talk about in some of y'all's meetings? Is how to expand not just the chamber but Burleson itself?
No, that would be like an Alex meeting.
Oh, an Alex meeting. Okay. So when you go to somebody or somebody comes to you and says, we want to join, what do you tell them is the benefit or benefits?
Oh gosh, there's so many. We do encourage them to try us on first. Come check us out. Come to some ribbon cuttings. Come to our network at nights or business over breakfast. Come do an event just to see what everyone else is about. And you can talk to actual other business owners and get their feedback on it. We remind them that, like Sarah mentioned earlier with Gala and the portal, that you have access to a portal where you can upload deals, and when you're hiring, which is a huge thing too, to be able to offer when you're hiring,
Yeah.
we'll put all of that information out for you. We help share your posts and get you more views and things, and direct everyone back to your own website so that you're generating the traffic to your site rather than just pushing everyone to ours. But
Well, my wife and I are doing a little remodeling in our house, painting, etc. And we knew a couple of people said, "I'm going to check out the chamber, and see about some of these remodelers and whatnot." And, see, and I got 2 or 3 phone numbers.
yeah,
And I gave them to her, and I think she called a couple of them. And I believe one of them, I don't want to mention on the air who exactly it is just yet, but I believe they're a chamber member.
good.
And they're going to be doing some stuff for us in about a month. And so that's what I found the value of.
Yeah, agreed.
Because there is an expectation of quality and character, shall we say, integrity, if you join the chamber.
Yeah. I was surprised at how many people actually utilized our site for those kinds of things. They very much, instead of just Google, because yes, you can Google contractor and have a bajillion come up, but they're calling us, like you're saying, to see who is the one that's invested in the community, who actually is concerned with the people where they live and work with. And almost like that vets them a little bit, right? That it makes you feel better that they're really interested in giving back to their community in this way.
It is. And a lot of us in the BNI are members of the chamber. Jeremy is Bleeker is the president of our little club and whatnot. And so it's like a double whammy. I like these people within the group and that are members of the chamber because it just, I'm a member of both. I pay for both. I want to,
Support both.
Yes. I want to, get my money's worth, so to speak. And it's a good thing because it's a recommendation is what it is. All those Google reviews, some, I don't know how seriously I take them, tell you the truth.
Yeah. And when you come to the events and you actually get to meet the person face to face and have that conversation that, hey, I would love to do this. I'm so glad I came tonight. I'm glad I got your card. I'll be calling you to
That's the greatest thing about watching our members interact with each other, because a lot of them don't know each other. And I forget, even our arms, like the Power of Hills and the diplomats and the ambassadors, they'll get in a room together and they're like, oh, I don't know you. And I'm like, wait a minute, how do you not know? But I see them on a weekly basis, the majority of them. So getting to introduce them, and then they just become, now they're intertwined and now they're getting business and they're referring. And that is one of the main reasons to be a member, I would think, of the chamber, to get yourself involved in that part of the networking. And yes, there is a yearly fee, but
it's not much.
It's not
It
much.
really is
At
not.
the end of the day, it's like $23 a month.
That's $22.50, I think, is what I pay a month, and that's.
By the way, you're grandfathered in,
yeah, we don't actually do monthly.
so we don't do monthly.
Ooh, is it a one-time
But you're
thing?
right.
that.
That's what that
Yes,
breaks
that
down
is
to.
what that breaks down to.
Okay, right. But I say I haven't been paying that. I just see it on my bill and move on,
Yeah,
right?
you're grandfathered in. That's
Okay,
fine.
all right. But it's going to be an upfront charge just for the year.
For just the year. And,
But then just
How much is it for the year?
$235 for 0 to 10 employees.
Well, so it's based on the size.
yeah.
Okay.
Nonprofits are different.
Right.
Banks
they're
are
a different
different.
fee. Banks are.
When did y'all make this change?
This is the way it's been. We didn't make a change.
Oh, well, I mean, when I signed up with your predecessor, Miss Daniels, she just signed me up on the show, in fact, and boom.
Oh, well, that was fun.
Yeah. I didn't put all my financial information out there. And not that it's.
You didn't want to do that?
No,
Come on.
I know you're kidding. I'm too poor. I don't worry about getting robbed because
Because nobody wants it.
that's right. We're going to go with it. Cleveland. I don't know. That's as far as it get. But as far as I did all the information that I could do online and right on the screen, and it was lots and lots of fun. And
It's very easy.
yeah, it is.
Because anyone can do it.
And I regret I missed the last Tuesday night deal over at Jessica Boland's photography.
Oh, it was so good.
The truth is, I put it on the schedule, put it on there to remind me on
It's
the.
like right around the corner from
It
your
is.
house,
It
too.
is. And then something got in the way, and.
Things happen.
Yeah, it was not a crisis, but it was something I had to take care of right then, and I couldn't get out of it, and that's too bad because I've met Jessica a few times,
She's amazing.
and I really want to go see your studio because a lot of my BNI friends went to it. They said it's a very nice studio.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, and she also she wants to. Her heart is to give back. So if you have something that you need to have a meeting for or something like that, you can talk to her, and she'll actually open up the studio for you to have a meeting or what like Zoom calls or whatever. She wants you to be able to utilize her space in that way. So yeah, that's Jay Bullen Photography.
Yeah, it's a little shout out. Well, see, you can do that we do all the time, shout out for people, but y'all do that 24/7, right? I mean, that's the kind of the deal. How do y'all promote yourselves besides showing up here or whatever? I mean, but y'all do a lot of social media, I assume, and things like that.
We do, yeah. Sarah is currently our social media guru.
I try.
Currently, huh?
I got to do our honey tour page,
God,
or I
you were
still
so
do,
funny on
and
it.
it makes me laugh. I don't know if anybody else thinks I'm funny, but I think I'm funny, and I crack up whenever I would post the things. So
There's that.
Well, as long as you're if you're
as long
amused,
as I find it funny,
there you
that's
go.
what's good. So I don't know if our writers find like my hangover thing that I did the other day. I don't know if they find that funny, but
well.
I think I'm hilarious.
Yeah, well, it's of course, Jessica's now working for the city.
Yes,
Is that
she said the funniest thing the other day about it was the pets with the drawing of them. Mm-hmm. I can't. It just cracks me up. I love that idea so much.
Do y'all get anything done around the office? I could see y'all just, this is so funny. And all this deal. You're not sending each other cat videos or anything like that. No.
There's just the two of us. We don't have time for cat videos.
Yeah, I think so. You going to fill that spot?
The hope is to fill the spot, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Well, you have to let the board to sign off on that?
They're pretty much signed off on it.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Which I just got to have time in my life to get it together.
Get it together. Well, it sounds like the next 2-3 weeks you're going to be kind of booked up.
Yeah.
Now, the Wild West Gala I didn't get to talk to you much about that, but it was what, late April?
Early April.
Early April, okay.
It's been so long.
I know it has. It has been. This and the golf tournament are your biggest fundraisers, right? Isn't there a third one, I believe?
The honey tour
The honey tour
was,
okay.
yeah.
Wow. So you got them all put up together.
Yeah.
And then
we don't space things out.
And then once you're done with the third one, you got all the money you need.
No.
That's not.
Remember earlier when we were like, people are not sponsoring as much as they were before and everybody has the same ask? Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what's happening with BOF, which is unfortunate because people support it. They love it. That's great.
Yeah.
We wish you will.
Yeah.
And, I don't begrudge them that, but still, I think it's just a sign of the times.
Yeah, agreed. I think everything's different post-COVID. Like, I think literally we all acknowledge that is a real thing, that things are different now. Inflation is crazy, and everyone, businesses and people alike, are having to watch things a little bit more. And so they're just being more particular about what they're doing, and their overall marketing budget, maybe that used to be $50,000 is now like $25,000. And so, we also then have to start making sure that the events that we're doing are for a purpose. Yeah, we're intentional with why are we having this? What's the point of doing this? Who are we serving? What do we want to accomplish with having this? Which is what we're going to start doing as we move past active events, which, like we said, let's be honest, it's always event season.
Yeah,
but
sure
as we're
is.
working into the summer, then that's where we're transitioning into is, what does the chamber events look like for next year? What do we want to do? What do we not want to do? What do you guys as the businesses and sponsors, what are y'all looking for?
We want to see.
So you're already having those discussions about 25, are you?
Yeah.
I know, I'm sure, Memorial Day is set for the honey tour, but you also have these other dates well in advance.
Yeah.
And
Everything's always well in advance.
in advance.
Some of them are staples, right? Like the business showcase in February, that's always that same weekend, but don't ask me which one it is, but it's always that same weekend. Maybe it's the last one.
No, it's not. It's like
the second.
Are you sure?
second one. Yeah, it's the second
the
one.
second weekend of February.
Now that's a really good event, though.
That is a great event.
I've been there twice.
Yeah.
For both of them that you've had, and I really think that's one of the best things to do because I go there and there's everybody passing out cards and meeting people and whatever else. And personally, I've benefited. The show has benefited from I had 2 or 3 guests come from it.
Yeah.
One nonprofit, that Wings of Hope, what I'm talking
I
about?
love them.
Yeah,
yes.
I met them there, and they were on on early May.
Nice.
And, they'll be on again, I think, in August, that kind of thing.
They have their biggest event in August.
Yeah. We got a late July date, I think, to promote it and that kind of thing. And also this home, not a health care, but a home assistance care group was there. And one of my former students there.
Brittany?
Yeah. I call
Assisting
Billings. Billings. What's her real married name now? Billings was her maiden name. What was
Brittany McCleary?
Yes, that's the one. See, I was
Assisting Hands.
Yes, they're going to be on again.
Good.
And the thing about it is, like, I still call you Sarah Brown.
That's fine.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I still call the students by their maiden names, even if they're guys. And so, but it's like, that's the kind of thing that I really liked a lot. And it's going through that, just meeting a lot of people, and some of them had heard about the show, some hadn't. And I said, "We've been living under a rock. What do you mean you haven't heard of my show?" But anyway,
Mr. Allard, hello.
Hello.
Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. We almost use that as a slogan. I'm kind of a big deal. But
I like it.
My wife said, "Really?
No?
No.
Okay.
No." They didn't like that.
Maybe I think I'm a big deal.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Well, I thought about that one too, but but there's a lot of ideas that my wife said, "No, I have to live in this community too."
Yeah.
Right. It's not just your world
I've
that
already
we live in.
Yeah. I've already forgotten. Next Tuesday, did you find?
Oh, we didn't.
Yes.
It is. I don't remember the date because I've already cleared off of that.
June
'cause
11th.
That was the
June
squirrel.
11th. Yeah.
That is Orange Theory.
Orange Theory, and I'm not real familiar with them. It's a workout
I bet
regimen.
if you came to
workout.
Network at Night, you could see what we did there.
Yes, very good. Well, where is Orange Theory? Is it over at off of Wilshire and the highway, right?
By Kroger.
By Kroger. I'm thinking something else totally. Then.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
where you're at.
I don't know where you're. Yeah.
I was thinking like near Rio Mambo. Hey.
No.
Still
crickets.
don't know where you're at.
I thought it was it's like on the second or third floor of that
That's
building with
the
the Rio
Drip
Mambo.
Bar.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Not the same.
Not the same.
Not the same.
There
Not
you
the
get things to do after you work out, but go to Orange Theory to work out.
I get
Get
it.
fit.
Get fit. I just throw them. I don't get it. Throw fits instead of get. Yeah, okay.
good.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I know.
We've missed this.
I've been all here all week. Thank you. Tip your waiters. Anyway, I'm going to jump on one of my new advertisers just real quick because they got a lot going on, the Cleveland Railroaders. And you say
Yes.
Hey, Kay, is she part of the chamber?
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
see-
She's so cool.
Yeah.
She's great. Yeah.
And I had her on the show on a Zoom call, but she and I are going to be doing shows throughout the season. She's going to try and get players, and since
that'll be cool.
She didn't live very far from here, so she may bring. She'll be doing the shows live, hopefully, and she'll be having the players come in and maybe other personnel, the Railroaders.
Nice.
What I'm excited about the Railroaders is this is their first year of ownership, and they really, really have integrated themselves well into the community.
They have.
And they got a bunch of stuff going on. They got 2 special nights this week. Do you have that? Taylor had the one on their schedule that I sent you. Yeah, there we go. They just got back, and they were on long Thursday, Tasty Tuesday. Yeah, all sorts of things going on. What I like about their games is it's very old town, old fashioned baseball, family stuff. And you take the kids, and there's an area in right field in the foul area that they can go run around and burn off all the sugar that they're taking in with the Coke and whatnot. And as far as, it's a very relaxed place. It's a safe place, and the baseball's good. I didn't know what to expect when I first went out there. I thought, well, we'll see what happens. And it's about AA level, which is what you'd get in Frisco with the Rangers. So it's pretty good baseball. But on Friday, they're having a special deal with the Amanda Mann Clark Project, which is colorectal cancer, which...
Do you know Brittany?
Gokus? I met her.
Yes.
I met her. She was on the show before, and they're going to be on tomorrow.
Cool.
It's going to be Jessica Saucier is the one that I had contact with. But last time I had all 3 of them, and they're here talking about poop because colorectal
very
cancer.
important.
I know, but it just is funny. But on the 7th, this Friday, it's a special project for them. So you get they get a cut of the tickets.
Yes.
And it's also going to be fireworks and all this after the game. That's another thing I like what Kay's doing is they really are pushing hard on the promotions as far as special nights. I mean, I knew who the Railroaders were. A lot of people do. But I think they made them more conscious of it.
I don't know. They've put a spark into it. They really have. She's done really well with that.
Yeah, and I went out there, and she really loves baseball. I mean, this is not just a job.
No, yeah,
I mean,
she really does love it.
Oh, you're going to check the QR code? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take a picture and send it to Brittany and tell her that we're.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, they're on the show tomorrow to sponsor or talk about their next deal. They got something coming up in about 6 weeks. And, we talked about colonoscopies, and no man likes to talk about colonoscopies. I mean,
I don't think a human likes to talk about.
Well,
what do you mean, man?
Well, women handle things like this
Well,
better.
that's because we do other things.
Yeah.
And
okay, but the men are
we
like
just
babies.
all go, it is what it is. And you just have to,
All right, if you put
have to do it.
the schedule, fine. The schedule. That's because y'all are mothers. Y'all are used to changing diapers and all that.
wait.
I did.
Okay.
I did too.
Just checking.
Yeah, no, I did. And it's like, wow, how has so much come out of this little kid?
Speaking of all that, you just dug yourself right in.
Tell if you put the schedule back up again. Also, there's something on Saturday night as well. Saturday night is Faith and Family Night.
No.
No. I'm
Saturday's
looking at
First
First
Responder
Responder Night. Oh, Faith and Family Night on Sunday. That's good. Oh, but on Saturday night, First Responder. That's what I was thinking of. They're pushing that pretty good as well with the local first responders. And they're going, offering discounted tickets and whatnot for first responders all throughout the area, not just Cleveland, but I know that they've talked to Burleson PD and the Burleson Fire Department about it. And so hopefully they'll show up in big numbers. And that's nice to have that kind of support. I know also, I believe in late June, I want to say the 22nd, but I don't want to be held accountable for that. Harvest House is going to be on there. And they're going to be supporting them like they're doing the Clark Project. They already had Next Step out there. In fact, there's about 50 home games, and Kay told me about 30 of them are dedicated to these kind of nights of special recognition for various groups.
Yeah, we have one in July. It's on the 19th. It's a Friday. So same thing where we'll have a special QR and tickets available for that benefit us, the chamber, from that. So,
well, maybe you ought to throw out the first pitch.
I mean, if I were...
No. They the Burleson Police Department text. I bet that's calling, but we'll see. We'll
definitely calling.
Yeah, we'll do our best to be there.
That's the entire Burleson.
Yeah,
Police
they're all
It's
listening.
everyone at once in
At the same
unison.
time.
Did you
That's
hear
right.
it?
Yeah, that's right. They're like, crime is running rampant in the streets because we're watching Mr. Allard's show. So and
They have it all under control.
All right, okay. But there's a couple others that Burleson related. Crazy Eights is going to be sponsored. I don't know the dates of that one exactly. I know the Center ASD. What now?
What do you know?
Not a lot, really. No. Yeah, that's. I know. I'd be a little confused. I'm old man.
that July
Take me home.
19th is ours.
July
that one.
19th. Yeah. So anyway, that's a big deal. We multitask well, is what the police department
Yes,
is
you
saying.
do.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Well, okay. We're at the end of the show.
Are we already?
Yes. So I'm worn out. You girls got a lot of energy.
Farewell, Avita, say goodnight.
What musical were you involved in school?
Say who?
What?
When you were in school, what musicals were you involved in?
I did Fiddler on the Roof, Wizard of Oz.
I remember that one because I remember the sets.
And Joseph.
Joseph, I remember that one too. I remember all three of them actually, but I just remember how creative the staging was for those shows.
We had a good time.
Yeah, good time, long time ago. I haven't been to one since I retired. I hope they're still doing them. Anyway,
They are, I don't know.
Surely.
Surely. So, y'all have the last word because I'm worn out.
Okay.
Tell us what we need to know.
I just spent 45 minutes
Okay.
telling you all the
and
things.
Sarah, that's your turn. See,
Go to the website,
go to the website.
burlesonchamber.com, and you can register for everything that we have talked about today.
You can even join to be a member online.
Even better. Oh, I like that one.
And then call me.
Okay.
Not on my cell phone. If you need to figure out how to use your portal and open up a whole new world for you to.
Me too. You get to
the
talk to
members.
him. Talk to Taylor. He does all these things. What? I woke him up. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're going to schedule another times before you leave because I can't do without this. I missed y'all last month.
It's
You know.
it's been way too long.
Well, we'll do it before the baseball game. You know,
Yeah.
You'll schedule around that so you
Because
can
I'm here
promote it
every month. That's why.
every month.
Every single
You know.
month.
All right. Well, like I said, tomorrow going to have Amanda Man Clark project on. Thursday, we're going to be on at 1 o'clock to accommodate doctor's appointments.
But there's more. Wait. No, don't talk. The whole railroaders thing. The youth professional with Kate
Young
Goodall.
professor.
Young professional. What did I say? Youth professor? The young professionals. I know. I heard the music in the background.
All right.
Distracting me. Frescoes, June 26th from 5 to 6. Thank you. That's what
the
I
one.
needed.
That's the one.
That
okay.
was geared up, and that all started with Kay from
Yes.
the Railroaders. So, yes, please.
So ages 40 and under.
Yes, we can't go.
just missed.
Just missed
Just missed the
Just
cutoff.
missed. Well, that's
Yeah.
good.
So
But-
they meet quarterly. Just
Last Wednesday of the quarter, 5 to 6.
in the bar. So that is June 26th, you said?
Yes. You don't have to register, but it is pretty cool if you actually let them know that you're interested. You will find it on our Facebook page. You will find it on our calendar events. And I'm done. That's all I
Okay.
got.
Well,
But that's what
I got Kay coming on the 20th of this month.
Yes.
So
You can talk to her about it then.
did that talk to her about it then. In fact, I have her on 2 or 3 times. When I was there last, we scheduled a couple of visits besides that one. Also, July 2nd, because I got a big deal on 4th of July related stuff and whatnot. So I'm worn out. Anyway, all right, Thursday at 1 o'clock, I have a guest that we're going to talk about current events. We're going to have like a little back and forth, so. A little politics, but nothing hostile. We're,
Your passion, your fire.
it's the fire's dimming with all the crap that's going on, but that's another story. All right, thanks,
Not our
ladies.
show.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, see y'all later, please.